Dzień dobry wieczór, z tej strony Adi, a to kolejny odcinek z Hogwarts Legacy. I dzisiaj mamy misję z Sebastianem, mamy się z nim spotkać. Wysłał chyba sowa, że z jego siostrą jest coraz gorzej i szukamy reliktu, żeby pomóc jego
I
siostrze.
came as soon as I could. I'd been so preoccupied by all that happened with Ominis in the catacomb, not to mention my uncle's reaction, that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
Nie, no
We
nie
need to see
będziemy
what
się
they're
kryć
doing.
jak pipy.
I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
Ale najpierw muszę kryształki sobie pozbierać.
Revelio.
Mam ich od ciula, ale nigdy za wiele.
There they are up ahead.
Dobra, tu
I'll
są
let you
ziomale.
lead.
No one enters this mine. Kill
Pierwsze
anyone who
tak.
tries.
Imperio.
Tego trzeba przejąć, tego zmienić rzecz.
Bombarda.
Nie ten skill.
Arresto momentum. Propendo. Depulso.
Dobra, ten poleciał.
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Glacis. Defendo.
Jak tak już ułożone skille są, to jest nawet łatwo.
Incendio. Levioso. Descendo.
I won't rest.
Revelio.
I co, i tyle? Porobieni. Chociaż nie, on jeszcze...
I shall defeat you no matter.
All of Ranrock's loyalists deserve the same fate.
Revelio.
Nice work.
Dobra, trzeba pozbierać lucik. Bo tu jeszcze skarbów nie zdobyłem. Spalenie 2. Głównie chyba koncentracja się przyda, bo to wzmacnia wszystkie skille. Ale tak nie mam jeszcze 40 levela, to się nawet w to nie bawię. Chodź sobie, idę medali. To nie mogliśmy się przy tej
This is
kopalni
going
spotkać.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
O, kolejny.
Once again, we can fight our
Obóz
way
do
through,
rozwalenia.
albeit discreet.
Teraz tak.
Imperio!
Idziesz tu. Ciebie zmienia, beczka i cię pchnie go.
Bombarda!
Think you're clever?
Flipendo! Depulso! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Leviosa! Descendo! Incendio! Accio! Incendio!
Jest tu w koło ciepłość w ogóle?
Fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
Jeszcze inno nie miała wada,
It is.
dobra.
And that was relatively fun.
Jedyny skill, który
Revelio!
zapełni moja lista pasków umiejętności. A tu skarb. Niewybaczalność 2. Nie wiem, czy mi się to przyda w ogóle. Czy to jest ta kopalnia? Chyba jo. A tu u góry jeszcze coś jest. I hop.
I should tell you. Rumor is
Revelio.
this mine was closed long
Są coś
ago
dalej?
due to an infestation of spiders.
How nice.
Czy wyjście po
Nothing I
prostu.
haven't seen before.
That's the spirit.
Chyba zwykłe wyjście. Idziemy Rain. Wejzej sobie jak zniknął. Znajdziemy ten artefakt? Czy nie znajdziemy?
For better or for worse.
Zaś
we're in.
kolejne ziomki.
Someone's here.
Revelio. This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
Teraz lewo czy prawo? Zobaczymy tu. To.
Confringo.
Przeskoczę tam w ogóle. Spróbować można. A coś tu jest, ale to... Ale to słabe.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to.
Revelio.
Tu widzę, że tu najwięcej przeciwników w tej grze to są właśnie gobliny i pająki.
Accio. Incendio. Imperial.
Będziesz do mnie strzelać, kolego.
Bombarda. Arresto momentum. Flipendo. Depulso. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
No!
Accio. Incendio.
Już? Nie. Jeszcze ten.
Levioso. Descendo.
No nie można ich bić, jak są pod moją kontrolą.
Confringo. Revelio.
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want.
Szukać jest skarb. Ale to pode mną koś. Czekaj, mam się udać tam. Jest jakaś skrzynia. Czy oczywiście jej nie pozostawia jej.
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Mam pomysł, ale jeszcze nie. Na razie to się trzeba tu zająć.
Revelio.
To jest skarb, tu... No, tu jest więcej skrzynek. Dobra, ty idziesz ze
Accio.
mną.
Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. It's no
Revelio.
wonder spiders give people
Tam jest
goosebumps.
jakaś skrzynka.
Could be the hairy legs, or the somber
Bombarda.
eyes, or the venomous fangs.
A ja skrzynki nie ominam.
Endearing qualities, really.
To już wszystko uciszki.
Revelio.
Coś tu
Bombarda.
trzeba rozwalić. I te same słabsze rzeczy już dostałem
Revelio.
teraz. Się jeszcze okaże, że ja wszystko na ten 40 zdobędę przed i potem już nie będę miał jakiego zbierać. O,
Smashing.
Should have thought to conjure stairs.
tu pająki biegają. No dosyć wielkie to.
Revelio.
Teraz tak, czy ten most jest do naprawy?
Confringo.
Ale tu jakaś skrzyneczka jest kolejną. Oczywiście, że słabszy.
Revelio.
Przynajmniej na sprzedaż pójdzie. No i teraz Repeiro. To.
That bridge has seen better
Reparo.
days.
Revelio.
Coś pominąłem? Zajrzyj w menu kolekcji, by znaleźć zdolności i słabości wroga. Ja się mu pajączka bądź.
Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Kolega się podpalił. Chodź tu.
Accio. Incendio.
Oho, więcej.
Levioso.
Też pająki na szczęście są słabe.
Bombarda.
To jeszcze na ogień, ale tu mam bardzo dużo ognia.
We've rid the world of
Revelio.
another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Na dole jest skrzynka. A ja pominąłem, a to tak nie może być, panie. Żadnej skrzyneczki nie pomijamy. Pierwsza zasada exploringu. Jeszcze goblinów nie spotkałem, o dziwo.
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's
No
loyalists
to mi
all
coś
declared
śmierdzi
war.
jakimś bosikiem. A nie, tu są te... O,
Incendio.
boli, boli. Posąg olbrzymiej, purpurowej ropuchy.
Revelio. Incendio.
Po co ja tu mogę iść? Tu też jest skrzyneczka. O, tu jest skarb dopiero. Złoty przedmiot.
Revelio. Incendio. Revelio.
I czyli w tym...
Incendio.
Tu już byłem. O, w końcu goblinów słychać.
Confringo.
Dawaj ta skrzynka. O, i zaś złoty przedmiot. Co tu się dzieje?
Revelio.
Ale najpierw pajączki.
Imperial.
I co już?
Revelio.
Oni mi tu po jednej pająku sypią.
Still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not
W końcu walka normalna.
How nice of you to stop by. This is almost too easy. I work at your service.
Bombard. Arresto momentum. Dependo. Depulso. Accio. Incendio.
I will make
Levioso. Descendo. Flipendo. Depulso. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Defendo. We're not
Coś
finished
słabo się
yet.
radzicie, koledzy.
It's almost as if
Levioso.
they were
Descendo.
O, tu jakiś większy. A, muśka.
Imperial.
No bo sobie ja w sumie przejmę, to będzie mocno innych bić.
Bombarda. Flipendo. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Glacius. Incendio. Accio. Levioso.
Moja
Descendo.
walka to wygląda klikanie raz, dwa, trzy, cztery.
Imperial.
Ty walczysz za mnie. O. Ale te pajączki są naprawdę mocne. 2200.
Bombarda.
Taki pająk
Flipendo.
bije o wiele
Depulso.
więcej niż jo.
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Glacius. Defendo. Accio. Incendio.
O, się przykopię.
Incendio. Revelio.
Taki mały pajączek,
cleared the room.
jak jest pod
You're not a
moją
bad chap.
władzą,
For a Slytherin.
to mi taką
You
matronasę
Gryffindors
od
don't
tak
have a
rozwalić.
monopoly on bravery, you
Dotknięcia
know.
palcem.
A rune symbol above the cavern door.
Revelio. Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
No tu trzeba
Confringo.
więcej trzeba zrobić. Znaczy to jest na czas wszystko.
Revelio.
No najpierw pozbieram co nieco. Co tu zostawili
Confringo.
koledzy? Jeszcze jakaś skrzyneczka tu jest.
Revelio.
Pewnie, żeby się tam dostać do góry.
I wouldn't be surprised to find a couple more rune symbols. Wasn't expecting that.
Zagadki w tej grze są banalne, naprawdę.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Do dzieciaczków, bym powiedział.
Revelio.
Tam pora golda zawsze się przyjdą, nie? I co tu jest? Jakiś stół. Wpis pamiętnika Izodory. Świat odwrócił do mnie zza wodnistej mgły. Jak długo była mnie przytomna, pamiętam tylko jego oczy, puste, puste od udręki, ale jeszcze. Ja.
What do you
Revelio.
have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel
Sebastian,
more of
I
this
think I
mystery.
found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
Mhm. Jest jakaś runa. Że co ja
Revelio.
mogę zrobić? Mam pogadać z nim? Dobra.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols and ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure.
Teraz
I'm
mogę
fascinated
podejść?
by it. Now, for the
Krypta. Ciekawe, czy to jest ta w szkole, czy jakoś inna?
and now for the moment of truth.
No
It
zaś to
has to
samo.
fit.
Umieść
Please tell me you
fragment.
recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble.
Jak zwykle.
I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Morinweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
Powiedzieć czy nie gadać? Nie no.
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop.
No widzę, jak
Unbelievable.
wiesz kiedy przestać. A z ciebie chuj te. Nowa misja dostępna. No nie ma misji dostępnej. Muszę czekać na misję. Mogę stąd wyjść?
I hope Professor Fitz...
O, jednak jest misja.
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spint Witches as soon as you can.
Dobra, musimy iść do komnaty mapy. Czyżby kolejne... Czekaj, to tu? Wydaje mi się, że kolejny ten... Wyzwanie mi to. Ta próba tak zwana. Otwórzcie. Ciekawe jak to jest czwarty w ogóle.
Welcome back.
Dzień dobry wieczór.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
How will I gain access
jak
to the
myślałem, kolejna
headmaster's
próba.
office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
Okej, teraz stary jest. I tu? Nie, to jest poboczne. Mecz czwarty. I zaś muszę czekać na misję. O, pojawiło się w końcu. Że to się tak od razu nie pojawia. Jaka klasa zaklęć. Trzeba iść do starego. Stary, jeżdżeś tu.
Revelio.
Czy tyś tu jest? Oczywiście, że go nie ma.
I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle, and I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well, you'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does?
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
O kurde.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now
Co
to
teraz
find
będę
the
biegać jako
headmaster's house
profesor?
elf.
Ciekawe, czy mi będą gadać dzień dobry, panie profesorze. O ile kogokolwiek tu znajdę.
Do you have a moment, Professor?
Co ty
Professor,
zechcesz?
I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp, places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and
I did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
Really? Why can't we talk about potions here? Seems fine to me.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
Nieprzyjemne zadanie.
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
Który kolejny?
Master want?
Mogę z nim porozmawiać?
Gareth. Mr. Weasley, what are you doing here? Don't you have somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor, yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago, muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? But, sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
No w sumie dobrze być wrednym, tak jak
There's one for my diary.
ten profesor jest bardzo wredny. Ten dyrektor. Co on tędy iść?
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
Professor Black, how are you, sir?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's. When I wish
Something is very wrong with Professor Black.
Professor, a word? Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kagawa.
Trzeba trochę podkopać reputację
What did we do
temu
to deserve him as a head?
wrednemu
I
hopowi,
wonder
nie?
almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the ministry.
Jeszcze kogoś spotkam po drodze? Żeby mu nazdać? Źle, czekaj, źle ida. Jakby mnie zwolnili, to by było dobrze. Wszyscy się go boją. Ty też?
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all.
Professor,
O, zaś
a word, please.
kolejna.
Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
No się za bardzo interesuje, kurde.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig? I shall never understand that much.
Czy tam jest ten skrzat?
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Professor Black is happy with Scrope's performance as his house.
Czemu mam bandaż na głowie?
Greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
ABC. 50 na
Of
50.
course I remember. It's the Black family reigns.
Is Master giving Scrope a test?
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Po francusku.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Toujours pur.
Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
Ahem. The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
No i chciał zrobić przemowa i Szek się ruszył i już nie mogę.
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
Ciekawe czy jak bo to już w sumie ostatnie wyzwanie. I nie wiem czy jak zrobię te 14 zadań głównych to już będzie koniec, czy tak jak z wyzwaniami, że mimo że robię wyzwania to jeszcze tam jakby pozostaje więcej do robienia, ale już na przykład nie dostaję expa za to. Bo wyzwanie już skończyłem. I co my tu mamy teraz? Próba Niam Fritzegalt, czyli trzeba zrobić jej próba. Jakoś misja. Ulepszyć miotła. Tu jakieś poboczne. A na mapie? No, tu jest misja. Tu też są dwie misje dostępne. No, dużo tych misji pobocznych nagle się odblokowało. I coś? Nic. Czekaj, kiedy się dostanę w ten obszar. Bo na razie to cały czas tu jestem i jeszcze nie mam tego kota zdobytego, ani tego trzeciego mounta, co jest tu, tego. Jeszcze nie oswoiłem, bo nie ma ich nikogo na tej mapie, jak tu jestem. Muszę je znaleźć. Ale dobra. Wiecie co ja wam powiem? Bo już 37 minuta. A to oznacza koniec odcinka. Więc reszta, czyli próba, którą taką w końcu zrobię, czwartą zrobimy w następnym odcinku. A tymczasem dzięki za uwagę i do następnego. Narra.